Okay, I think that's a good place to kind of stop and talk about this a little bit. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Rotek's Gaming Den. I'm your host, Rotek, and today for the first game. I thought it'd be pretty fitting to start with Pokemon Sword. Pokemon was a huge part of my childhood, as were with most people. I definitely played a lot of it. I watched most of the show. I think all the way up to like Sinnoh was when I stopped keeping up, and then Unova I just gave up. Then they just kept going, and I completely checked out. But so yeah, we're here with Pokemon Sword, and I'm honestly, it's a mixed bag as you would expect. We all know, no surprise, nothing new here to say that Pokemon Sword and Shield had a lot of controversy about it. With that said, I do actually want to take a moment to talk about it. My initial thoughts going into it. Um, It should be obvious. There's no middle ground with this. There's only one right answer. Game Freak messed up. And if you can't admit that, I don't know what to tell you. So, yeah. like, there were so many shortcuts that people pointed out that they took when making this game. The graphics aren't absolutely appalling. It's not a huge step up from the 3DS, which is very disappointing to say when you get it on a home console. And like the sad thing is when they first announced Pokemon Sword and Shield, I was extremely excited and couldn't wait to get it. And then as they started leaking more and more footage of it and all the stuff that was being revealed about it, I was getting more and more disappointed. Just showing all the same animations were being reused, the low textures, the loading problems, just Pokemon popping in and out in the open world, and it was not even kind of, it was extremely heartbreaking, honestly, and I'm sure most people can feel that. Like I said, Pokemon was my childhood, and I pretty much played all the main games. I definitely didn't play all the spin-offs like Mystery Dungeons and stuff like that. Pokemon Shuffle, I think, was another one, and some other things. The only spin-off I really played was Pokemon Stadium. I played a little bit of Pokemon Snap, never owned it. And my favorite being Pokemon Puzzle League, probably put years worth of hours into that. Not even an exaggeration. I played the heck out of that game, and you could definitely expect to see a video on that later. Um, but yeah, so like I there's not really much else I can say about this game that hasn't already been talked about, and yeah, it's despite all the problems that came with this game, I am still truly excited to play it. I was one of the people that initially said I refuse to get this game the way it is right now. And I was hoping that they would eventually patch in and fix a lot of the issues. They still haven't. And even watching a video today from another YouTuber, Distant Kingdoms, and he was talking about how they were doing a remake on the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl Platinum series for Gen 4, which pretty much was hoping that would come out eventually, as with all the remakes. And I'm actually pretty excited about the idea of that one too. I'm hoping they don't muck it up like they did Sword and Shield. The way he talked about in this video, though, makes it seem pretty likely that they would. I am, like I said, I'm hopeful that they won't. So I'm a very optimistic kind of guy. So yeah, like I said, despite all the problems with Sword and Shield, I am still going in with a positive outlook. I am very excited to start playing it. Like I said, or to kind of trail off with that, I was one of the people that said they wouldn't get the game unless they fix a lot of problems or the price get discounted. They didn't fix all the problems, but I was able to get the game on discount. So that's the only reason I have it right now. Otherwise, I still wouldn't have it. So I guess thank goodness for Black Friday sales. But with all that said and done, I guess let's just get right into this. I'll try to read most of the text here, I guess. I'm not sure if y'all prefer me just to stay quiet and y'all read it on yourselves, or, I'll read, but I'll read just in case anyone's kind of listening for some reason. So we have Hop here coming in. Hello, hello. Oh, that your Flash new phone, Rotac? Flash. What's this? I guess that's a UK thing. Were you watching Lee's exhibition match on it? But you can't cheer him on with your hands full. You know, the only way to properly cheer on Lee would be with his famous Charizard pose. Huh. That's okay. So, quick little side note here. In all the previous games I played, no matter how your protagonist looked, the mother always looked the same. I'm wondering if they actually changed her skin tone to match the protagonist. If they did, that's a neat little thing they did. I would like to think they did. So, Mum, UK thing. I'm not doing a female voice, do not expect it. Hop, didn't expect to see you here today, dear. Isn't this the big day? Yeah, that's exactly why I came running over to get road tag. Never mind watching the match now. I've got a recording at home anyway. I record all my brother's matches. Come with me, Rotag. He should be here any minute. And Lee always brings presents when he visits, so I wouldn't forget the bag if I were you. I'm guessing I'm going to go upstairs and get a bag like in Sun and Moon. Now I've got to run. See you at mine later. See you at mine later. Home, previous sentence, I'm guessing. If I ever trail off and thought it's because I'm a grammar Nazi and I'm just thinking that kind of stuff, so. Yeah, let's get up here, take a look at our character, I guess. Kind of spin around. Yay, you can do that right at the start. Which is kind of weird. Oh, he posed. Can we talk to the Munchlax here? Yes. So right off the bat, I'm going to say I'm not, like, disappointed so far. That would have been nice if that was actually the item leftovers. You could have started off with such an OP item. Yeah, it looks pretty good, as you would expect from the Switch Pokemon game, or any game. And I wasn't trying to leave, but okay, so where do I go to get that? Wishing off the next state Rotag, didn't Hop say that you should bring your bag? Last time I saw him in your room, last time I saw it in your room. And don't forget to grab a hat for the weather. Every trainer's got to have a hat. Can't go out without the hat. Oh, there's our room. There are no doors here. Is that also a UK thing? Do they not have doors in their bedrooms, or is that just something they keep from having to load unnecessarily? It's hard to say. There's a simple desk you can keep using even when you become an adult. To suggest I will still be staying here with my mom when I'm an adult. You grabbed your dad's old bag. Oh, we're using hand-me-downs. Couldn't even afford the new stuff, huh? Just like yeah, we're not gonna say that. I wonder if I can. Oh, here's a little quick thing there. I kind of already know how to play it, so nope, can't check yourself in the mirror. Disappointing. I have a little Eevee poster, Pikachu tail poster, Pokemon poster, Pikachu. Fun fact, I do not care for Pikachu. Raichu is my favorite. It's so sad that he's sidelined as much as he is because of Pikachu, but Team Pokemon has to have a mascot. I just noticed a switch here. Huh. It's a lot of good details in here, I'm gonna say. Like, well, it's not horrible. It's not like just knowing all the problems with this game makes it more disappointing that like some things just I'm easily impressed, so I'm so far I'm happy, but I know it's gonna be all downhill from here. But still, I'm gonna be optimistic. Not gonna kind of get a thundercloud over my head yet. But, oh, don't you look a treat? I knew that bag would suit you. Now hurry along. Hop is waiting, isn't he? But remember, no going to the forest for the two of you. Because we wouldn't want to get attacked by a wild little sheep. I'm gonna say it's a sheep. Oh, just loading. That was legit loading. Wasn't expecting that. So where is our tour guide here that will not leave us alone, so I've heard. I'm happy with the details so far. It looks beautiful here. I guess most towns will, I'm not sure. With that said, I didn't mention this at the start of the video. I'm going into this mostly blind, despite the fact that this game has been out for a while. I have not looked at any videos. I almost know none of the Pokemon. I only know like the most common ones that you see a lot, like Toxicity, who I was actually very excited about when he got first revealed, and I said I would definitely make him part of my team. I didn't even care about the stats, which is actually how I play most of the Pokemon games. I am not like I am a competitive player, but not to the point where it's like unbearable. I play and I'm aware of stats like EVs, IVs, and stuff like that, but I don't let that just hinder who I use on my team. If I like the Pokemon, odds are I'm going to use them. Like I just don't care too much that the fact that they are inviolable in the competitive scene. To be blunt, most of the Pokemon that I like are either in underused or never used, or I think there's one of them even in PU, so not even recommended at all. But yeah, so I think I had like maybe 2 or 3 favorites that I would use on a team that are like all the way in um, overused. And of course, some legendaries that I like are in Ubers. But apart from that, like most of the Pokemon that I like are just low tier because I don't care about stats. I play Pokemon to have fun and enjoy it. I don't like to look at it as a bunch of numbers, ones and zeros, and who has the highest, the biggest numbers just to one-shot everybody else. Or even were stall teams. I despise stall teams. Those were the bane of my existence since none of the Pokemon I used were stallers. They were all heavy hitters, just people that would use Nasty Plot, Sword Dance, and just smash through a team. But Blissey especially, a lot of the Pokemon I used were special attack users, so Blissey would just ruin my day, and I had nothing to get past that thing, so... Anyway, ramble aside. Ha 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 ha! Have a look at you, Rotak. That old bat looks like he could pull you over. Oh. Heavy, I'm guessing. At least we know that it should hold anything Lee might bring, even if it is big as a Snorlax. The bag isn't that big, Hop. But nice exaggerations there, I guess, metaphors and such. A Wooloo, but what's it doing there? I guess I'm just being adorable, since, you know, that's what they're for. Hey, you silly Wooloo, I see what you're up to. Don't go using tackle on that fencing. Now you listen. No going past that fence. No. Everyone knows there are scary Pokemon living in Slumberage Weld. Slumbering Weld? Let me say Slumbering Weld. I'm going to butcher a lot of pronunciations in this game, I can already tell. Now that that's taken care of, how about it, Rotek? Let's race. I bet I can make it to my house first. What with you lugging about that big old bag, he's not going to let go of the fact that I'm carrying a giant bag home. To be fair, I would prefer a smaller backpack. You know, but it's different. The power of science is amazing. Now you can battle and trade Pokemon with other people just by walking around. That sounds like a DS thing. Isn't that super amazing? I'm confused by what it means by that. So I'm guessing we can't go this way. Hey, Rotek, Hop was looking for you, you know? But no need to go to the next town to find him when he lives right next door, right? Yep. Because wouldn't want you going down there and meeting Leo first. Can't have that. Hold on. Is this where Hop lives? I thought this was the professor's house, so... Hold on, Hop has a miniature Pokemon battle arena outside his house. That's actually pretty cool. It is definitely small, but I'm assuming that's for scaling reasons. So, you know from all the previews and trailers that this is where you're going to select your starter Pokemon. I wonder if I can spin in the middle. Oh, so close. Alright. Oh, I got a front row shot there. I'm definitely have to make that a thumbnail. So I guess let's just go inside and talk to Hop. Oh yes, I almost forgot. So the theme today is Pokemon, obviously. So the first question for today's video: list your favorite Pokemon starter, or not starter, Pokemon from Kanto. So Gen 1 Pokemon. What's your favorite? Put it down in the comments below, and then explain why that's your favorite. I'm sure everyone's been asked this 100 times over. Who cares? New video, new channel, all that good stuff. So I don't know you, you don't know me. Let's just, get started. So what's your favorite Gen 1 Pokemon and why? Mine is Charizard. Big shocker there. Why? Why? Why is Charizard my favorite? Why? As if I need a reason. Mom, he's here. Oh, is he here? Mom, I'm about to get used to that. There you are at last, Hop. Oh, and you've brought along Rotec. Hello, dear. Yeah, but where's Lee? Have you got him crammed in the cupboard? He's still not here yet, for the 100th time. Honestly, Hop, you must learn some patience. He's probably only just arrived at the station in Wedgehurst. These names. Then that's where I'm going. You know, Lee is hopeless with directions. Oh my goodness. You know, Lee is hopeless with directions. I'll make sure he doesn't get lost on the way. Oh, will you? Yes, that probably is for the best. You got to come with Rotak. You still never met my big bro, right? Hold on, y'all been friends for how long? Maybe he's been gone for too long for his champion reasons. Or has it been that long since they've met each other? Hop and his brother? I'm trying to figure, like, that, Maybe Hop and Lee haven't met in a while. That would explain why he's so excited. But then he said every time he comes back, he brings gifts. So where have I been every time they've been together? It's small nitpicks, just thinking. You can't miss out on a chance to meet the undefeated champion. For now. I'll wait for you out on the route. Okay, so can I be nosy? Yes, I can be nosy. Is it Purloin? I believe that's your name. Hello. Hello. You are not the father. To Hop, his brother is a superhero. Okay, so who are you? All these trophies belong to the champion. Wait, only 3? There are books about the champion. Why? Why does a Purloin have a dog treat? Do y'all have a dog in here somewhere? If not, I'll be extremely disappointed. Hello, what is this place, a hotel? Leon is so busy that he hardly comes home, but I would like to keep his room clean and tidy. Okay. Guys, his room is better than mine. Like, there's a Charizard poster. It's automatically better. There's nothing you can do to make your room better than this. So, and he has different colored Switch controllers. Like, the room sucks. But let's move on. So, what's over here? Wait. Shows a field of books is even hard to understand. Only adults read those types of books. So this is Lee's room. I wonder if he has enough hats. Moving on. Okay, so I guess I'll take a quick moment. Why Charizard is my favorite. Technically Charmander and Charizard. Charmeleon was that weird middle phase I never cared for. He eventually grew on me, but at the start I didn't care for him. Let's see how I'm waiting first. But Charizard, like, before I even got like a fire affinity, when they showed all the Pokemon and I was watching the show and like reading or playing the games on Pokemon Stadium and stuff like that, Charmander and Charizard were always my favorite. Honestly, never cared for Pikachu still. Even on the first Pokemon episode when Ash went to Professor Oak and he was showing off all 3 starters, I was like, oh, that one looks so cool, Charmander. I would definitely get that one. And I was hoping that Ash would get it until Professor Oak was a bit of a dick and just kept showing him empty Pokeballs. You should have been here sooner. Why are you showing it to him? But whatever. So yeah, that, like, he just has the coolest design to me, especially in the final evolution. His first evolution is the most adorable. Bulbasaur is definitely the weirdest of the bunch. Squirtle's second to me, obviously opinion. Um, then Charmeleon. So Wartortle was the weird one to me. Ivysaur was one of the cooler ones. Charmeleon was weird to me. I already said that, but like between the three, I think I liked Ivysaur more. And then I think I like Wartortle, and then I put Charmeleon at the bottom. And the final evolutions, obviously, it was Charizard. Then Blastoise and Venusaur were pretty much even. I didn't care for either of them one way or the other. Now I think I would rank Blastoise higher than Venusaur. But yeah, that's why Charizard is my favorite. So all the Pokemon in Gen 1, like Arcanine is definitely a very close second. For a while I couldn't really pick between the two. Fun story about that. I might tell that later, maybe. I guess I'll keep walking while I talk. But of all the Pokemon, like Golduck was also really cool. It was such a shame that he didn't get as much love as all the other Pokemon because, you know, stats, numbers, etc. Starmie was okay. I just like the noise that Staryu and Starmie makes, the hey stuff. I always thought that was pretty cool. I always thought Arbok was pretty cool, and that actually has a lot of love. So his stats suck though, but you know his design is pretty cool. And Dragonite, of course, is beautiful in Gen 1. Before they kind of made him a bit slender. I think it started in Gen 5 was when they gave him that new sprite appearance. Even though he looks the same in game, that new sprite look just did not do him any favors, and I don't know why they changed it. He used to be all kind of plush and lovable now. He's got that weird slender upper body, while the rest of him kind of tries to pump out. Doesn't really make sense to me. But, and let me think. Were that all of the kind of Pokemon I liked? Oh, Nidoking, right. So I would rank Nidoking number 3. It'd be like Charizard, then Arcanine, then Nidoking. But of course, when you're listening to yours, it's only the number 1, so that's Charizard. I'm kind of rambling off with other favorites. But let's get started, or continue. Let's get a move on. Oh, remember to say what I just said. Only remember, Rotak. Wild Pokemon could come out of nowhere if you walk through the patches of tall grass. I've got my Wooloo with me, so I'm ready for battles against wild Pokemon, of course, but not you, Rotak. So we'll steer clear of the tall grass as we go. Does that mean that he's going to stop me anytime I get close? Probably. Can I go here? Of course not. It's a very linear path. I'm kind of taking a moment to look around, and I bet he's going to stop me. Yep. No wandering into the tall grass if you... There's no wandering into the tall grass for you if you've got no Pokemon of your own, right? And just like that, I've got an Australian accent for him in my head. But we're going to steer clear of that. So, let's go and meet Leo at the station. He stayed ahead from here. So, I thought he was going to run ahead when I passed him, but he's not because he doesn't want me to go to the grass. As if I need a babysitter. And he's probably going to run down past me here. I thought he was going to pass me to stop me. So let's get to the Charizard. I feel like Charizard's going to get a lot of fan service in this game, which is always welcome. Hello, hello, Witchhurst. These names are gonna kill me. Your champion, Leon, is back. I promise I'll keep doing my best to deliver the greatest battles for you all to watch. Is our unbeatable champion, Leon. You and Charizard are the greatest. Well, thank you for that. I hope you'll all carry on training your Pokemon and never shy from battle. Then come and challenge me for the champion title. We're on it. We've all been working on our battle skills just like you taught us to, Lee. That was a girl. Oh well. But the Charizard of yours is too strong for the likes of us to take on. Cowards. too true that Charizard is blazingly strong. He is. But other Pokemon can be strong as well. They can. That's why I want the strongest of challengers to fill the gym challenge and come battle me. My wish is that Gala's training to work. Oh wait. My wish is for Gala's trainers to work together to become the strongest in all the world. Something I didn't mention that Charizard just reminded me of. Something that was hugely disappointing that I was noting as like at the start of the game when I was just being quiet and kind of watching and taking everything in. The lack of voice acting really does kill this game. And the fact that for some reason they still won't give Pokemon actual sounds baffles me. Like, you could at least do one or the other. I don't feel like it should be that hard. Like, they still have a running anime. It shouldn't be hard to put in Pokemon sounds. Like, you don't even need that many, just their coming out animation, you know, just the usual same thing like you expect in anime whenever you throw out a Pokeball and the Pokemon comes out and they scream their name. And like attack move animation maybe, and then a defense move animations, or I'm saying animation but I mean sound effect. So their defensive sound, their attacking sound, special attacking sounds, their damaging sounds, and their feigning sounds. Like it's like with this like 5 different sounds. It's not very hard to do. Maybe voice acting is a little bit too much to it really isn't. I'm making excuses. There's so many games now that have full voice cast. Why can't Pokemon, one of the biggest grossing games, do it? It's so sad. It makes me so sad. Like even Pokemon Stadium had the battle announcer at the very least. They could have at the very least did that, have a battle announcer for battles. That would have made it like instantly 10 times better. They don't like, even if they want to be lazy and cut corners because making money is just so important right now apparently, and they don't want to give every character voice actors, at least just make a referee voice actor that they can reuse for all of the stadiums. Just be the same guy, kind of like how in, where was that? That was Pokemon Emerald, or was it just Emerald? I don't think it was in Ruby and Sapphire. I don't think they had the Battle Frontier. So in Pokemon Emerald, the guy that kept popping up in all the gyms and kind of stalking you, basically like that. So I think there was another game where someone kept popping up and kind of giving you progress on how things were. I can't remember which one it was though. But Lee, hop. So my #1 fan in all the world has come out of his way to pick me up. I guess it makes sense for your brother to be his biggest fan, especially a younger brother. I can see that, you know, idolizing your older brother and all that. Look at you, Hop. I reckon you've grown exactly an inch and a quarter since the last time I saw you. Bingo! That's the sort of sharp eye that kept you undefeated for so long, eh, Lee? And these bright eyes over here. Bright eyes. I can't even choose my eyes. I've got it. You must be Rotak, am I right? So he knows about me, but we still haven't met. Meaning Hop and Lee still do interact pretty, I would say, not frequently, but moderately. And if we're supposed to be best friends, me and Hop, then how come he wouldn't have introduced me to Lee sooner? I think it would have made more sense for me to already know Leon than for it to be like, this is my first time ever meeting him. It would have made it for a more interesting story to me. Just my opinion, but you do you. I'm the Galar region's greatest ever Pokemon champion and a massive Charizard fan too. Hold it. No. We're definitely dethroning that too. So 2 things for dethroning. The champion and the Charizard fan. You cannot have either one of them. Not while I exist. Both of those days over. Then again, there doesn't have to only be one Charizard fan. I don't know. Charizard needs all of them. So yeah, you can be a fan. You can get the title. People call me the unbeatable Leon. Come on, Lee, and you, Rotak. Bet I can beat both of you back home. Yeah, Hop said that same thing, but he stood by a route just to make sure that I wouldn't go past him. So technically I won that race. That Hop always wanted to be the best, isn't he? With a proper rival of his own, I bet he'd push himself to become something truly special. Maybe I should give these people different voices. Well, everyone, I bid you farewell for today, but don't you fret. I'll always be around to make sure everyone in the gallery can have a champion time. Does Charizard walk? Or does he just... Yeah, he just stands there. Well, he at least flies. Come on, Lee. You promised us a present. So out with it. Oh, so it's Lee that gives you the starter Pokemon. I kind of missed that in the trailer. You brought Rotag and me Pokemon. You did, didn't you? I know you must have. Hey guys, post-edit Rotag here. Something happened with my voice line clip and when I was recording this, don't know what, it went from being completely normal to around the 30-minute mark. I just suddenly started sounding like a chipmunk. So you cannot understand me at all. The only thing I can do now is just add in myself speaking over the game essentially, but I'll try to be as exact and close to how I was initially reacting while I was recording it. I'm not gonna bother rereading everything. I'm just gonna kind of give my, I guess, kind of a second thought process of everything of what I just played. So at this part, I was basically talking, like mentioning, making note of the fact that this is pretty much where everyone joked about. Oh, this is where all of Game Freak's money went for this one scene animation. And yeah, you can definitely make that argument because it's very interactive. Like it makes you wonder, like, if they can do all of this, and we know they can because they have the team that can do it, why can't they do this for the rest of the game? Like, it doesn't have to be all out beautiful, gorgeous animated scenes for every single part of the game, but we know they can do something great, so why not at least do that? So yeah, I didn't actually say all of that during the recording, but it's my second afterthought, I guess. Post-game afterthoughts, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, so at this part, this is where I talk about the starters and what I would normally pick. I made mention of the fact that I typically always go for a fire starter. And in every generation, I've always gone for that, with the exception of Hoenn, because I didn't like Torchic or Combuskin. I hated them both. Their designs just didn't resonate with me at all. So obviously in Gen 1 I got Charmander, Gen 2 I picked Cyndaquil, Gen 3 I actually started with Trico. So I went from fire to grass. And then when my second playthrough, I ended up getting Mudkip because I really loved his design all the way through. Like, Trico was adorable, Sceptile was eh, Grovyle was super cool to me, so I liked the first two of Trico, but didn't care for Sceptile. That one took a very long time to grow on me. I don't think I started liking it until Battle Frontier, the anime season, when Ash was going through that. That was the only time I finally started liking Sceptile. I just saw him so much and the design started to finally grow on me. Mudkip, I loved all the way through. Mudkip, Marshtomp, and Swampert, with Swampert being super cool to me. It was so epic, the design of that tanky water beast that also does damage, like, yes please. And I like Blaziken's design. I just couldn't get behind Torchic and Combuskin, so I just essentially ignored its existence for the longest before I eventually finally did try it out. And then, like, I was able to get over Torchic and Combuskin just for Blaziken. He was super cool to me. So between the three Kanto starters, I may mention this in the recording, I like Wartortle was cool. Like I said, Charmeleon was the weird middle child to me. I love Charmander and I love Charizard. But Charmeleon, I tried to get out of the evolution as fast as I could. Squirtle, Wartortle was alright. I actually liked Ivysaur the most for all of the middle evolutions. So he would be ranked 1 for middle stage evolution, then Wartortle, then Charmeleon. The final evolution, obviously, would be Charizard, then Blastoise and Venusaur, I said, were basically evenly matched because I didn't care for either one of them one way or the other. They both kind of just I felt the same way about both of them. As for what was it, Gen 2, that was Cyndaquil. I didn't really talk about that much in the recording, but yeah, Cyndaquil, Quilava, Typhlosion, I loved all of them. Totodile, I also loved to death. Croconaw, I felt indifferent about. Then for Alligator, I loved. I didn't really care for any of Chikorita's evolutions. I don't think I ever played with Chikorita anytime I played that region. Gen 3, I just talked about that one. Gen 4, Platinum region. So that was actually the first game I ever played because my friend gave me his DS. So he had two of them. He also had both Diamond and Pearl, so he gave me one of his DS, and then he gave me Pokemon Diamond. So I was able to play that. So the first official Pokemon game I ever had was Pokemon Diamond. And so the first official starter I ever had was an Infernape, well, Chimchar. So that was the first starter I got, and that pretty much started me on my Fire League because I didn't care for Piplup, and Turtwig was cool. I loved Turtwig. I Grotle was alright, and then they lost me at Torterra, so I didn't want to get Turtwig. Piplup was alright. He was, I guess, adorable. Prinplup was and then Empoleon was, of course, super cool, but didn't care for water types like that, so. And then Gen 5 was Unova, the pig. Oh, the god, the pig. But I still ended up picking to pig because I didn't like the uppity personality of Snivy. And yeah, Oshawott, I actually loved his final evolution. So I don't think I figured it out until much later, though. I never paid attention to it. But Unova was actually the one where I didn't care for any of the starters. But I did end up setting on to pig because I thought he was the most adorable of the starting forms. I hated Emboar. I didn't care for his second evolution. I don't even remember the name of it. So the final evolution between all of them, I think, definitely would go to Samurott, obviously. But I think I ended up picking Snivy my second time through. I never played with Oshawott, so I never had the experience actually playing with Samurott, despite that. And let me think, what was Sun and Moon? I didn't even talk about that one in the recording. But I guess I'll just get back to the gameplay. So at this part, I'm just looking through all the text for the starter Pokemon. I was reading it. I had said I was, oh yeah, I didn't mention this. I talked about how when they first revealed this, I said I was going to get Scorbunny because fire type. So, and I thought he had the coolest starting design. Then I ended up changing to the grass type after I saw the final evolutions because he has a drum set. Like, yes, I am definitely going to go for that because as a percussionist, that it just feels like he would resonate the most with me. So that's why I said I would end up going with him instead of Scorbunny. Plus, I don't care for Scorbunny's final evolution. So, like, I probably would have still ended up going with Scorbunny just to stick with my fire affinity. But I don't care for his. I like the final evolution of the grass type. Whose name is it? Grookey? Yeah. So I like Grookey. All of his forms look pretty cool to me. Scorbunny, it lost me after the second one. And then Sobble, I don't care for any of them. So yeah, at this point, I'm just looking at the map. I was trying to figure things out. Like I saved, or you saw I saved it. And then I'm looking through the menu. Not really a lot going on. I'm just kind of thinking of what I want to do. And oh yeah, this is where I was debating on should I soft reset for a good starter nature, which I did end up doing. So I thought I paused the recording for that, but apparently I didn't. So I will end up cutting all that out. So you won't have to see me soft reset. I ended up having to do it, I think, 10 times. Hopefully the audio for that part works since I come back in for the second recording. If not, then I guess I'll be back here talking over a game again for another 30 minutes. Yeah, so, oh yeah, the thing I'm doing right now is I was trying to figure out which nature would be the best for them, because I honestly have no idea. I assume that the grass one would be better with physical strength and be a little bit slow because body's stature just suggests that. I assume Scorbunny would be better with physical strength and speed, since a lot of his stuff is kicking, so I assume he wanted to hit you. And then Sobble, I assume, since his Dynamax was a sniper, obviously it would be special attack specialist. And I also assumed it would be pretty fast, so yeah. But I think that's kind of it, so I should be able to cut the recording soon, and then we can come back in, hopefully with all the audio intact. But I'll actually do that after this part, because this is where I was debating on a nickname for him, because I never thought about it. I was trying to think of something too foresty. I usually go for grass, nature themed names when I pick a grass type. So I didn't want something like forest, and I didn't want it to get a name that relates to him being a monkey either. Which, fun fact, is Final Evolution is actually a gorilla apparently, which is why his evolution is Rillaroom. I looked it up later and saw that. But I did end up settling on the name for Echo, which should again be seen in the second part of this recording. So I have two separate recordings. I don't know what happened. It should have stopped recording. It didn't. But again, I'm new, so I'll figure all this out eventually. So I guess I'll see you guys back in just a second. Hey guys, so apparently the second part of my recording got messed up too. Don't I I guess I'm just bad at this. Recording is hard, guys. I gotta give mad props to people that work on YouTube now, because oh my goodness, I can't do this. This is crazy. It's my first video though, so I guess I'll figure it out eventually. But yeah, like I said at the end of my last recording, it took me about 10 resets to get to an adamant. Oh god, I can't even think of his name right now. Adamant Grookey. So yeah, it took me about 10 resets to get to him. Funny enough, I had about 5 of them be a naughty nature. I guess the game really wanted me to have a naughty Grookey. Kind of funny, but yeah. So I got that sorted out. I guess I'm gonna just have to redo everything. Hopefully, I can sync up with the game pretty well. So I guess I'll be reading through all the text again and kind of repeating what it was that I was saying in the game as it happened. The reason it's taking me so long to kind of start right here is because I was basically saying how long it took me to reset for it, and me looking up all of the starters and their stats. I mentioned that between the fire and water starters that there's a 1 point difference in their speed in their final evolution. So the water is actually 1 point faster, and the grass starter is actually, as I suspected, good with physical attack, and he also has pretty great HP. So here we are restarting this. All I'm doing is just going in and I'm about to pretty much kick Hop's butt, obviously, because it's just the first rival battle. Those are never inherently hard. I think the hardest one was red and blue, because he actually knew what he was doing. So that's probably the only time you'll ever actually have a good battle against your rival. Unless you just rush through the game, I guess then you'll be a little under level. So I guess I should be reading some text here. I know exactly what to do in order to win. And when he said that, I made note of the fact that he said he knows what to do. He read a lot of the books, and yet he picked an elementally weak starter. So that's something. There's not really too much to say at this part, honestly. I just go in. I think I only started with Scratch, so I just go in and use Scratch. I will say that, as you expect, pretty good standard animations here, pretty much on par with your different Pokemon games. Like, nothing was really too downgraded from Sword and Shield from the DS to the Switch. That's not the issue. It's just you would think things would have gotten a much bigger upgrade. So my thought process during this battle, I was thinking, oh, I guess I should have probably started with Growl, but it doesn't really matter. It's 3 hits to kill him, so knock him out, and not killing the Pokemon. No Pokemon harm in the making of this video. Yeah, an easy knockout. A lot more experience than I thought I would have got from this. I guess because I kind of forgot about the fact that, trainers give you more experience. So I got 55, level up, and to my surprise, I immediately got a grass move. It's not over yet. I've added another trusty ally member to my team. I couldn't read that fast enough. So here we are against this level. And bad news for him, I started off with, because like I said, I just leveled up and got a grassy move. I had to read the text. I didn't have to. I just wanted to. I wanted to see what it is. So I just said it's pretty much the scratch equivalent. So of grass type move. So, well, equivalent of a scratch. I can't talk right now. He said this little thing that I already know about type advantages. Like, yeah, obviously. The fact that he makes note of that means that he knows about it too, so it makes the fact that he picked the elementally weak Pokemon all the more questioning. But yeah, we got a easy KO. Just took 2 hits from the stick move there. I think it's called Branch Poke. Alright. So, yeah, we should get another level up from this. Another easy little win. It was definitely easier than this Woolly, which is sad, isn't it? But I didn't have anything super effective for the Woolly, so that makes sense. You beat my 2 Pokemon with it. 1, you and your Grookey are too much. Like I said, I'm gonna try to read all the text again, but it won't be the same. I can't get my initial reactions. Well, that's a shock. Guess you know why Lee thought I should give you a Pokemon too. You and your Pokemon all fought hard. Made me almost want to let out Charizard and join in all the fun. And like I said, please don't. The level 100 Charizard versus the level 5 Grookey would not be fun to watch. Of course, I put all my money on the level 5 Grookey. Ash can contest all that with his Pikachu and Snivy battle. And Rotek, you met real promise. In fact, I've got a favor to ask you. Be a rival to Hop, would you? Push him, make the both of you stronger. I already wanted to get stronger and stronger. You see me battle now, Leo. Come on, see. You gotta let me take on the Pokemon gyms. You join the gym challenges? You think you're ready for a single greatest competition in the Galar region? Not putting the cart before the Rapidash there, little brother. If there's really what you want to do, you two have a whole lot you need to learn about Pokemon. And I really don't, as evident by the fact that I just beat your brother there. Especially your friend Rotek, before you think about getting gym badges. What more do I have to learn? Thinking back on 7 generations of Pokemon training. A trainer's Pokedex helps them learn lots of things about all the Pokemon there, including their strengths. But it's more than just a collection of data, you know. It's a record of trainers' loves and passion for Pokemon training. Right, we get it. Pokedex is in. We're on it. Looks like it's off to the Pokemon Research Lab for you and me, Rotek. That's the kind of enthusiasm trainer needs. I'll let the professor know what to expect you. I'm going to be the next champion, so completing a simple Pokedex will be nothing. And I have never completed a Pokedex in all the times I've played the Pokemon games. Just never cared to. Just another page in the tale of my legend. You'd probably better go tell your mom that you're heading out, though. So yeah, just another quick save. I always save often, you know, it's Pokemon. It's something you do. Kind of second nature at this point. So we're off. Rotek, did you just hear that just now? And of course the Wooloo has broken through the fence. Because who didn't see that coming? The gate's open, and the Wooloo that was just there. It was tackling the fence pretty hard earlier. No, it wasn't. You don't think it actually broke there, though, do you? Broke through there, do you? I guess I'm reading ahead from memory. But it's off limits. Nobody's supposed to go in there. Then lock it. I remember the professor's daughter went in there once and she came back in a real state. Your daughter's saying, yeah, they did have it locked, obviously, but put a padlock on that. And that was compared. I didn't read the time. Rotek, what do you say? Right, even if we're not supposed to, this is the kind of scene where we simply have to do what needs to be done. Oh, what's needed. Hope you're ready for anything because we're going in, Rotek. And this part, I'm just thinking, what about my mom? My mom, I gotta tell my mom. The slumbering wheel is over this way. Let's go find that Wooloo. He will not let me talk to my mom. Oh, my mom is gonna be worried. And we're going to a forbidden place. It's like, shouldn't you tell your mother? No, you shouldn't. So slumbering willed. Again, I'm gonna be butchering all the names in this game. But that's okay. That Wooloo, where do you think he got off to? The
fog is really coming on thick now. If you don't find that Pokemon soon, this might be trouble.
So I was kind of greatly caught off guard by the fact that I forgot that you can get attacked randomly in the grass. I figure you always see the Pokemon before they come after you. But yeah, that didn't happen here. So again, new, first experience. I'm learning. So Swabek. It took me a while to figure out to say his name. I'm assuming this is Swabek, and I'm assuming the K is silent. So yeah, a little squirrely here. Easy KOs. I didn't think about it till post-battle that I don't think I have any Pokeballs to capture them right, so yeah, I couldn't have captured it, just had to KO it. And I think I ended up checking, but not before I fiddled with the sneaking animation here, which I complimented greatly. I was like, no, that's pretty good. So you just, it's taking the time and stepping through it. So, that's nice. And here I talked to Hop, and I found out that he heals you, so I made a comment about that. It's probably just stop referring to everything in the past. Yeah, I'm recording again, so you got that. But yeah, I was happy about the fact that you have a support rival or trainer with you. That's always nice, so you can get healed up anytime you want to. Which is actually the best time to train, but I didn't do that. Didn't have time. But this one, Rookadi. I actually like this design, so I would very much like to capture this one and make it part of my early game team. I doubt any early stage Pokemon are good for the late game. So I think the only exception was Staraptor in Gen 4, who became great in the late game. So had attack powers and nothing to scoff at. But, yeah. And that's where I checked and saw I didn't have Pokeballs. Just wanted to double check before KO it. If I capture it, then why not? So, yeah, that's something I definitely plan to make part of my team later. Another easy KO, just 2 scratches, and we're moving on. So here, did you hear that? Was that Pokemon crying out, you think? So I think this is about the part where I mentioned the fact that, as you would expect from Pokemon games, the music is beautiful. That's always something you, like I said, expect from these kind of games, no matter how bad they look up everything else. The music is just always something you want to go back and listen to again and again. It's just always so nice. I'm glad that's something they just can't really mess up. Probably should knock on wood before something does happen in Gen 4 remake. So another easy KO. I think that was 2 hits, and we're done. Moving on from there. Cop should be running up to us.
Come on, Rucksack, that Wooloo might be in real trouble.
I'm still wondering, how in the world did it get this far, and why would it go this far? What would compel the Wooloo to go all the way out here in the middle of a dark forest surrounded by fog? There is no reason. And oh my goodness, the fog just got super thick.
This is mad. I can't even see my own hand in front of my face. I think I get now why this place is off limits.
And suddenly Doggo. So I made note of the fact that even in the previews when I saw this phantom dog thing, I wasn't sure what it was, and I still don't know what it is. So, but yeah, the fact that its ear is chipped on the top there, it never set right with me, and I just hated the look of that. Not like bad design or anything, just it made me feel sad. What happened to you that your ear just... Who did that to your ear? Why? It just made me sad. So, yeah, but here we are fighting. I don't know what this thing is. Obviously it's related to the Legends, but I don't know what correlation it has to it. So I was pretty sure going in, there's no way of beating this, right? So I just started off with a growl just to check, and you can see it goes right through. I'm like, oh, yep, I was right. So there's no way to touching that.
What? The move had no effect on it. So I said, well, I guess I'll just cycle through all of my moves then. So I used Branch Poke, and you see that again did nothing. Oh, yep. So I guess I'll just finish this off then. Rotek, I can't see anything. You okay? So final move here, let's just try to scratch it because everything else works so well. Ooh, that's no effect. All the fog. I can't see anything. Ah! So no morning, like, did we just black out and fall over? Like, how? What happened? Who hurt you? No, like, he just fogged it up and left. Maybe she knew, no reason y'all look hurt, especially Hop. Hop was like he just took all the damage. Hop, Rotek, what? Lee, how do you manage to find your way here? Your pants with directions. You always get lost. And then I found out that pants was apparently a UK expression. So didn't know that. Always wondered. Oh, that's nice to hear from your little brother who had me worried sick. I've been waiting ages for you two. You never showed. Of course I came looking for the both of you. Wait, where's the Wooloo? We were trying to rescue that Wooloo. And of course he found it. And as I said during the recording, man, was my reaction to that. Though all you have fainted by the time I found you here. You know this place is out of bounds. But it took courage to come all the way here and all the same, and I can understand well enough why you did it. You did good, Hop. And at least that Wooloo's alright. Yeah, Rotak? I thought we had it when the weird fog started rolling in and that mad Pokemon attack. But at least it wasn't all for nothing. Oh yeah, I paused guys, I want to back it up to mad Pokemon, I think. Attacked by some mad Pokemon. What are you talking about, Hop? It seemed low stronger than any Pokemon I've ever seen, and I just had this sort of presence. I don't know how you know that, considering it never attacked, so you should know how strong it is. Our moves didn't even touch it, they just passed right through. You moves pass through, so the fearsome Pokemon they say live in the slumbering well. Are they actually illusions or something? Get strong enough and maybe the two of you could be the ones to reveal the truth someday. For now, let's simply get out of this place and you'll be alright while I'm here with you. Because apparently the champion cannot figure out the mysteries of the forest. Even if we did get an earful from Lee. What an experience. This will make pretty fine first page of the tale of my legend. Also, second time Hop has used that animation. I'm still keeping count. Don't forget to tell your mom we're off to Wedgehurst now. She'll go spare if you leave without a word. Even worse than Lee just did. And hello to the two goodies that are sitting outside the house. And they were there before and I just didn't notice. I don't think they were though. So yeah, we are back in the house and I kind of paused there because I was like, am I loading? My controller just stopped moving. I was confused. But yeah, I just had to move more. So here we are with Mom. And I made note that that would have been a good nickname for him, Tum Tum. Well now, isn't Groki just a sweetheart? And yes, I heard the news from young Leon. I'm glad someone's bothering to tell me. Off to Wedgers, aren't you? Here we are, a bit of pocket money for your journey. Buy yourself a little something at the Pokemon Center, maybe some potions or something. Remember that Groki will battle to the very end for you. So don't you go pushing the poor dear too hard. And you, Groki, look after my little Rotag. Come home and rest any times you need. After all, east is, or west, home is best. And that is still the best quote ever. They should definitely put that on a painting or put that on the wall or something, inside, outside the house, wherever. Just hang it up. Just east or west, home is best. Perfect. Unless that's a UK saying. And at this point, I was looking at the sign. I didn't know if you could actually read it before, so I poked at it and I was wondering, like, the text on there is that just, I wasn't sure if that was unique to this game or like is that an actual language, because it's not unknown obviously, and I don't know what kind of language or dialect it is, but yeah, moving on. So there, yeah, let me save again. So it's just a good habit. Figured I might as well go and stalk my neighbor again, see what his mom has to say about the fact that we're leaving. I couldn't, at this part I was kind of confused because every time I clicked her it didn't seem that she was talking. I was like, is she saying that? No, you can't be in a family mood and try something else. And, oh yeah, so went back and wanted to know if the old man said anything different. He doesn't. So I just, well, pretty sure the maid's not going to say anything different. I just ended up leaving. Here we go. This is quite the big step, you know. My first step toward becoming the next champion. Guess I'll probably train my Sobble a bit by having a battle against the Pokemon in tall grass. You should get yourself to the building with the purple roof on the great red and big white ball. Mark on front. That's the Pokemon Research Lab. I paused because I was actually trying to be smart and say, oh yeah, the Pokemon Center there. No one would ever guess because of the Pokeball on it. Then he said Pokemon Research Lab, and I was like, oh, oops. So at this part I'm thinking, yeah, I'm pretty sure I can go this way because there's Wooloo blocking it. And you read it and it says, you don't want to bother the sleeping Wooloo, right? I'm like, yes, I really do. I don't care. So that would be actually nice if you could just, I actually stopped talking in the middle of my thought and said, ooh, a fox, and then continue my thought. So, but yeah, if you could actually make decisions with the protagonists without the game, like just pre-setting your path in stone from start to finish, that'd be nice. Like in Red and Blue, if you could join Team Rocket, that would have been cool. And the same thing with like all the other ones, if you could pick a team and just join them instead of being the good guy, I think that'd be a nice twist. But, so yeah, I was fighting this, I figured, oh yeah, easy win. And I was saying like, yeah, I'm definitely gonna make you part of my team, you look pretty cool. There's a fox with a weird tail that I was confused if that was feet on his tail or if it was just a bushy tail. I said the fact that it's a bushy tail. So went in, fought another one. Like, oh, you're here. Cool. So I don't have to go all the way back to that dark forest that I probably wouldn't be allowed to go to anyway. So I just fight it here. Use a scratch. I think I took 2 of those because at this point I realized I actually have Pokeballs, so I can capture it. Also, I was completely caught off guard by the fact that it used Peck. I was like, oh, well, this won't be bit, and it did end up doing a good bit of damage for a level 5, but we're all low levels here, so yeah. Then I checked my inventory. I was like, oh yeah, I do have Pokeballs. That's great. Don't know who gave them to me. Don't know where they came from. I'm wondering like, who gave me Pokeballs? I don't remember there ever being a message. I guess like the only thing I can guess is maybe my mom gave it to me when she was giving me money, but I thought she just gave me money, so I don't know where the Pokeballs came from. I assume it's mom. But yeah, so we threw a Pokeball. Got an easy captures, low levels, not hard, so nothing special. No reason to pat myself on the back too much as I love doing that. So another nice little level up, and we should be ready to move on. And I was surprised that he learned time, especially that early. It's going to be very useful. Hopefully there's no one that at the start uses double team spam though, so we should be fine. So then I was wondering about a nickname. I was like, oh yeah, I definitely could name you this, and I fumbled with my controller because I'm an idiot. And I ended up going out of the nickname screen and didn't give him the nickname I wanted. It was just Slide. I was going to call him Slide. Then I was making note of the fact that Slide, there's no raccoons in this game, is there? Yeah, there's no like Sly raccoon. That's missed opportunity. That would be something cool to do. I don't think there's a raccoon. There's like Zigzagoon is probably the closest, but yeah, there's no raccoons in Pokemon. I can't recall. But, yeah, we got a nice critical hit with our branch Pokemon there, so that made this capture extremely easy. So just play with Pokeball. I always fumble with my controller. I guess I'm too used to playing with the Xbox, so the fact that the controls are swapped really throws me off. But, yeah, easy capture. It gets Swobet, is it? Swift, yeah. I'm gonna have to learn the pronunciations of all these Pokemon. It's gonna be such a pain. I was wondering, should I give you a nickname? I was like, I guess I'll try to give one to all the first few Pokemon that I get. Then I was looking at it, I was like, yeah, I'll do one. So I settled on Sandy because I think it's a female. If I'm not mistaken, it's a female squirrel. So Sandy was perfect. Moved on. Got me a nice little potion. Ran back. Oh, look, a Wooloo. I guess I can capture you now. Don't feel that later. I wasn't planning on like staying here in this section, but then it just kept seeing different Pokemon popping up. It's like, oh yeah, let me want to capture this one from my Pokédex. Like, I never completed my Pokédex, but I do always capture all the Pokemon that are available to me. The reason I never completed is because the region locks the Pokemon, so I don't worry about getting them if they're not in that specific region. So we are getting another easy capture. Again, not too hard. It's the early stages. Simple. I probably should have waited in hindsight to get a higher level Wooloo. I think this one's only a level 3. And funny enough, I guess I can go ahead and spoil it. After I go back from healing at my mom's house, I go back and I immediately, I think I have an encounter with a level 6 Wooloo that wrecked my day. So that was funny. I was began debating on a nickname. I was like, I did just say I would give a nickname to all the Pokemon that I got. It's like, so let me try to think of something. So I went in and I was like, just, I guess I'll, and then I thought of one. It's like, yeah, this will work. So I went for Nimbus, and it's like, that's more of a guy's name, I guess. It could be unisex, but it feels more like a guy's name. So yeah, I went for it anyway, because who cares? It's not like I'm gonna ever lose Wooloo again anyway. I don't think I'm gonna use it in the early stages, I'm not sure. I don't even know what Wooloo's evolution is. I don't really know what any of the Pokemon's evolutions in this game are. I don't even know what like 90% of the Pokemon in these regions are. So, but yeah, we're going back to Mom's house. Talk to her, heal up, since I figured that that's something to do. She mentioned the fact that you can come back anytime to rest up. So. We're right back on another adventure. And again, the game is gorgeous. Love it. It's really nice. It's just some dips here and there that kind of detract from how good it could have been. Emphasis on could have. It's not bad, but it's not great. At this point, I was making note of the fact that the Swivet actually ran away. I mean, I thought that was pretty cool. I wasn't aware that wild Pokemon would run from you. I always assumed that they were always passive or aggro. So then I was looking at that. I was running away from the little bird there, like, please don't touch me. And I was like, it's an exclamation point. What if I touch that? And it ended up being a bug that I couldn't. It's like, what the heck is this? There's just so many Pokemon in this one little section. I don't think that in any of the starting zones has ever been like, I think this 5, I ended up capturing 5 Pokemon in this one little area. I don't think I've ever seen that many in the first route, the first route, or route, however you say it. But, yeah, so I ended up getting another scratch, I believe. No, I was debating on doing a branch poke, which would be very effective to bring it down lower. I was like, nah, it's a good type, it's easy. So we just have to fall and like not get which of course it does. It's like for the third time. So this low level. Easy stuff, easy stuff. So we get that, and I'm going to take a while to contemplate on a nickname because again, I'm going to try to think of one for all the starting Pokemon. And like partway through it, I ended up giving up. I'm like, I just can't think of one for you. Like, I don't know what you are aside from a bug type whose name is Blip Bug. I was like, does it turn into a blimp? That doesn't help me. I'm just worried about it later. So yeah, I leave that. I'll rename you later whenever I find the name tutor or nickname raider. So then of course this is the rules that we try to wreck my day. The level 6. Yeah, level 6. So I um, take that out. It ended up taking 3 hits. No, use growl, so it took 4 or 5 hits to take it out, and it's just being annoying. I say wreck my day like it almost took me out. It didn't. It's just the fact that it took me longer than I thought it should have to take out a level 6. Lulu. Like, of all things, the Lulu is here stalling me out. That's so annoying. Oh wait, it crit me, doesn't it? Like, yeah, it crit me. So that's what took me by surprise. It's like, well, at this point I should be able to get my overgrow boost going, so easy KO. In retrospect, I should have probably captured that just release the first two, but no, I did 1-2 because I went to save on the sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was like 5 right there. Did I not capture the fox? I don't think I've caught the fox yet. At this point, I was exploring the menu. I didn't notice the mystery gift before. I don't know when that popped up. I was wondering, like, oh, is this cool? And I saw that I had to do stuff. I'm like, well, I'm not doing that right now, so. And I don't believe there's any mystery gifts out. I guess I'll have to look it up later to make sure I don't miss any. So, I haven't heard any news about mystery gifts going out right now. I'm assuming that there aren't any, so. Oh yeah, I remember what I'm doing now. I'm looking to see if you can turn EXP share off. Of course you can't, because that would be too easy. No, that would be too hard. That's what it is. It would be too hard. You can't have the game hard. People don't have enough attention span for that. Which is a disservice to Pokemon fans, honestly. That's a disservice to anyone, really, to think that people don't have enough. They don't care enough to play a game because it's either too hard or asking too much from you. Like, what did they think games were back in the day? They think because they would change it, people would stop. And I know that someone made an interview about it saying that because smartphones exist, that people don't care to play games as like enthusiastically as they used to, and I don't believe that for a second. I believe if you provide people with a good game, then they'll play it. Like, it shouldn't be. You shouldn't be deterred by like, oh no, they aren't going to want to finish the game. But even if that is the case, if they still play the game, that means they bought the game, and that's all you want anyways. The beginning purchase of it. Unless you're focused on DLC, then yeah, probably not. Because if they aren't finishing the game, they're going to care about the DLC, which is probably what Pokemon needs right now. Most of these thoughts aren't what I was saying during the game. I was kind of adding in commentary at this point. So this is the last Pokemon that I ended up capturing. I'm glad I got all of them. I don't remember. 2, 3, 4. Oh, so that was 4. So yeah, that was my 5th Pokeball. I ended up using all the Pokeballs. I was worried that I ended up capturing 5 already. I was like, that doesn't make sense. I caught a Nick. That should have been your nickname. Maybe I should just call him Nick. No, that's a guy's name. Definitely a guy's name. So I was trying to think of a name for that one too. Couldn't do it. Ended up just saying, yeah, no, I'll just play with you a little bit, figure out what I want to do with you. So it's better to come up with nicknames after the fact anyway. You don't have to name them right off the bat. At least get you a little personality vibe from them. See what they like to do. So, moving on. Yeah, at this point I just I had to, like, I couldn't help but notice, like, I was like, hold up. Like, I know that Pokemon pop in and out. That's not new, but the fact that humans, like other NPCs, fade in and out while Pokemon pop in and out. Why couldn't the Pokemon fade in and out like the NPCs do? That makes 0 sense to me. They couldn't just. But then, like, everything's like, I had to take it in the beauty chart. Oh my, like, it just immediately melted everything. I'm like, yeah, just you're beautiful. Like, it's Charlie was perfect. Like the smile, like just smile for me. Just do it, please. Like the old guy just complimenting her, just like, yes, he deserves all the compliments. And that smile, I was like, yes, that is beautiful. Like my heart, just, yes.
like that makes up for all the negativity I just experienced right before seeing it. Like you just go from like, ah, this game is so bad, and Charizard smiles at you like, ah, the game is so good. So then at this point, I'm like, oh, Pokemon Mart. Like, let me just get some more Pokeballs. It's like, there's no Pokeballs in here. What? Like, I've never seen the starting Pokemon Mart never have Pokeballs. Like, whatever. Uh, how do you not have Pokeballs? I've never seen that. The starting Mart always has Pokeballs, except like in Emerald where they didn't at the very beginning because the guy that was delivering them was stuck somewhere, so you had to save him. Then it had Pokeballs. That made sense. So I don't know why this one doesn't. So I go back to Pokemon Charizard and like, do it, smile for me. Come on, do it. You're not gonna do it. Fine, I'll keep going. So I really wanted to smile for me again. He would do it for me. So and just end up talking to this guy here. He was like, yeah, I remember the sign used to say, the right to the right is the Pokemon Lab, the opposite side is the station. It's like, there's a sign here, left to the side. Like, y'all aren't repairing your signs? Okay. So, at this point, I'm wondering, like, can I just walk into somebody's house, like, in all the Pokemon games? Of course you can. So, that rather grand building beside us is in the Pokemon Research Lab. But if it's Professor Magnolia you're seeking, you'll find her at home, down the far end. Even at this point, I couldn't say Magnolia because I guess I'm hungry. So, I just kept saying Magnolia. But yeah, down the far end of the route too. Yep. Explore the house. And I made note of the fact that the only person that I've ever seen get outraged by the fact that you walk in on him was the guy from the SSS Ferry, the old man. Because you walk into his cabin, he's like charging you, screaming at you like, "Why are you in my cabin?" Yeah, that's a reasonable reaction. So, well done, you reached the goal and managed to find the Pokemon Research Lab. Come on, me. We should take this on pursuit. I guess I'm still talking about the fact that you're breaking into people's houses as 10 years old. You did the far side better than I did my first time. I'm hopeless with directions. Hoppo's right. See how the world has already grown, all thanks to having Pokemon with you. And then this one, I admire the fact that Charizard is stalking me. Best stalker ever. I know I'm sure glad I've got Charizard with me. You keep me from getting lost all the time. Now in we go. He makes a noise, makes a sound, doesn't make an animation. High quality animation. I've got to give it to Professor Magnolia. Everything here looks fascinating. Oh yeah, now I remember. I paused here because I was talking about the fact that I was going to nitpick this game to shreds. Like, I love Pokemon, but it's not free from criticism for me, as it should be with everyone. Just because you love a game doesn't mean you should be blind about the fact that it's bad. So, I'll work. And I say that that isn't a dog. And yep, I have completely forgot about this little guy. Yeah, just because like you love a game doesn't mean you should be able to nitpick it. Like, the fact that you love the game, you should hold it to a higher standard. Pokemon can do so much better than what it did at Pokemon Sword and Shield. They're like the fact that that isn't universally acknowledged, that there are people that are still defending and supporting Game Freak, baffles me to no end. Like, I'm here being optimistic and positive about a game, but I still can recognize all the flaws with it. I am still very much happy to play Pokemon Sword, and I can't wait to get to the end and kind of complete it, then try to start on the expansion pass. But it still has a lot of problems. So, gets back to reading. Leo's saying that he got rescued by the little doggo there, and she was saying that she was a rival to him, and that he likes her cooking apparently, which is quite the introduction, and she makes note of that. Which I guess I'm ahead of the text now. So I was also curious about the fact that if they're rivals and they know each other, and that's apparently a dog that he's had for a while, does he not have an evolution? Because if you had him for a long time, he should be evolved by now. Of course, if they follow anime logic, I guess no one likes to evolve their Pokemon. So, anyway, nice to meet you. Name's Sonia. I'm the professor's assistant.
This is Pro Tag. I'm not sure what I'm thinking right now, so sorry for all the pauses in the game. He's a new trainer. Set him to the right path, would you? Oh, they're turning animation. Back and turning animation. What do you think I am? He's always got his head in the clouds. It's no wonder he gets lost all the time. Looks like you've got a Rotom phone. Hey there, Rotom. Rotom phones are handy little things, aren't they? They've got a map and navigation tool. That said, Leo still gets lost, so... Oh, sorry, so tell me, do you know a lot about Pokemon? And if I say no, will you start telling me everything? Probably, so let me just say yes. In that case, I'll make this so you can use the Pokedex. Yeah, pretty sure you would explain a lot of stuff to me. Glad I didn't. So, I'm glad I at least gave you some freedom to skip tutorials and such. Could you let Grandma receive the Pokedex? She lives on a house down along Route 2. And then I look over here and I'm like, oh god, this gap. Like, why is this here? That makes no sense to be here. Like, is it supposed to be a wall? Like, why not put a wall here? Why is there a gap? Is it just so you can see past it? I feel like a wall would have made more sense. Just seeing a giant void of darkness is not settling at all. I don't like it. It's just horrible. Yeah, moving on. So I wasn't expecting a wall of text there, so I ended up stopping and speed reading this. You can pause the video and read it yourself if you like. Like I said, I just sped read it. I read it out loud, but it was still speed reading. I don't think I can read in sync with this anyway. So. I'm looking around for other books that you can select. I didn't find any downstairs, so of course the cardinal rule of Pokemon. Run against the wall and click A against everything. Interact with literally everything. Again, pause the video, read if you want. So I was looking around to see if all the bookcases have the same books for you to read, and whichever one is on that wall is all the same. So, like, that whole entire back wall is the same. This wall I'm on now is all the same. So it's just pretty much 3 books in this place that you can read, despite the literal hundreds of them spread around. So out we go. Hey there, trainer. Sorry to stop you. You just left the Pokemon lab, right? So that means you got a Pokedex, yeah? I love talking to the new trainers and getting them useful stuff. And suddenly potions. Because everyone wants a stranger coming up to them and giving them free stuff. It's a potion. Use it when your Pokemon's HP gets low. HP is like a Pokemon's... Oh, they're hit points. HP is like the Pokemon's... Continue. Come on, what are you doing? Stamina. You can even use potions. I don't know what this is. Knowledge is power. I have a good idea. It's a good idea to talk to lots of different people and read everything you... My goodness, I'm lost without a lot here. Can on your journey. I guess I'm just making note of the fact that a stranger just talks to one of the walks and talks to me. God, I can talk. Walks and talks to me and gives me random items. Like, yeah, sure, why not? So, I'm sorry this post-recording isn't as genuine and clear as it was when I was initially playing through it, but I can't do that again. I don't think it's possible for me to go through the exact same thought process as I was playing it. At this point, I'm just walking around talking to everybody, seeing what everyone has to say. I was sad that Charizard wasn't there. I wanted to see Mazard. Yeah, so... I think I continue on the route, yeah. Here comes our tour guide again. Get your Pokedex from Sonia. It's time to meet lots of different Pokemon and start building up a strong team. The battling strong Pokemon in the wild can move a team in a bad way, not to mention what battling another trainer can do. Luckily, we've got Pokemon centers. Luckier yet, there's an easy to spot. They look the same wherever you go. Come on, Rotag. Never been inside one. A little bit ahead. Level with me, Rotag. Is this your first time in Pokemon Center? So at this point, I'm wondering, yes, no, because Rotag's never been in the Pokemon Center, but I've been in so many. Like, I don't want you to explain nothing to me, so no, I've been in one before. It's like, great, I can explain it to you. Like, yeah, perfect. Just move on. You might want to buy some Pokemon potions before you head out. Cheers! I'm already good though. I'm heading to Route 2. Rotag, come out and find me maybe when you're done here. So, yeah, I was glad that I didn't have him tutoring through the entire series. It's nice to just skip some tutorials. So I thought this guy would be the bean shop guy. And I was thinking, oh yeah, this would be the Pokemon. I was like, sure. Like, well, let me just go ahead and kill the Pokemon first while I'm here. I'm pretty sure they're all injured. And I'll look at it like, yep. So let's do that first. So I wonder how the animations will be for this. I like to experience it. I got to see a little step up in the Pokemon Center. They've been pretty consistent with that. I was like, well, let me go talk to the bean guy. And then he ended up not being the bean guy, ended up being a tutor. And looking at this again, I just noticed that he's also a move tutor. So he's a name raider and a move deleter. That's nice to have at the start of the game. So I was like, yay, I can rename the bird that I wasn't able to nickname because I fudged up on the controls. So I went back in, happily renamed him Sly, and all is right in the world. So that was the only one I was nicknamed because I still haven't thought of any other ones. I won't do that till the next episode, whenever that is. It might be tomorrow, it might be next week. I'm not sure how frequently I play this, if it'll be once a week or twice a week. It won't ever be more than twice a week though, so. Then I look at the Pokemart, I think they still had no Pokeballs. It was very disappointing, and I'm just like, you're dead to me, you're completely useless, I don't know what your existence is for. So, at this point, yeah, this is where I call it. So, we made great progress, and I think I gave my little exit thoughts, pretty much what I said at in the middle of this video about how I'm still excited to play this game, and despite all the flaws of it, it's just, I'm expecting it to still be a good experience. So, I don't think I'll like hate it. It's Pokemon, so I expect to still fall in love with it. Like, I only became super critical of things over time after watching so many reviews channels like movies and games and all that kind of, like, any channel that reviews stuff. So I am able to nitpick and pick out all the details of stuff, but I'm still going to enjoy something if I want to enjoy it. Like this Pokemon, I thoroughly want to enjoy it. So despite all the flaws with it, and there are many flaws with it, I wish everyone would understand that I am still going to have fun with it. So yeah, nothing to say from a little outro. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Leave all your thoughts and comments down below, and some tips on maybe how I can do a better editor on these things. But yeah, so this is episode 1, and I'll catch y'all all again for episode 2 later, whenever that is. So again, thank you for tuning in. Hope you have a howling good rest of your day. So I'll catch you on the next time, whenever that is. So see ya.